Summer movie season is right around the corner, so I'm going to rank all the big summer movie releases based on my excitement. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing a tier list ranking of the summer movies based on my excitement. I've got about 15 of the biggest summer movie releases from May all the way through August. I have them in release order, and I'm just going to go through and place them in different tiers based on how excited I am personally. So I'm going to get into this thing. Before I do, hit that like button, comment down below what summer movies you're the most excited to check out in theaters, and of course, subscribe into that notification bell to help reach my goal of 200,000 subscribers here on the channel. It means quite a bit. But without further ado, I say we just get down to business with these tiers. So I have my classic tiers here with Need It Now, I'm Excited, I'm Curious, and Don't Care. And again, all the movies here are in release order, starting in May and ending in August. The first one here is going to be The Devil Wears Prada 2. Honestly, I'm going to say I'm curious about this one, okay? The first Devil Wears Prada is a very good movie. I think I was a little low on it when I first watched it, but that was back in 2020. I've rewatched moments from it. I'm going to give it a watch here in a couple days because I'm actually seeing it next week. Devil Wears Prada 2, that is, so I need to revisit that original, but I think I'm going to like it significantly more. I hope this doesn't come off as like a rehash of the first. I doubt it can top the first one just because it's really hard to top an original film, especially when you're like talking about a sequel that's almost 20 years old. And so, you know, it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Original cast is back. I'm sure the dynamic will be there, but can it match story-wise? I'm curious to see. Next, we have Mortal Kombat 2. I don't care about. I've just never seen a Mortal Kombat movie. I've played some of the games at a friend's house growing up on like Xbox. I remember, you know, some of the finishing moves, like finish him. I remember all that stuff, but I've never gotten into the movies or that world, so I just don't care about this one. I'll probably end up skipping it, you know? We can't all be hardcore fans of every single franchise out there, and Mortal Kombat's never really been one that I've latched onto. Next, we have The Mandalorian and Grogu. This is a Star Wars movie, the first Star Wars movie since 2019. I need to know if this movie is going to be a banger or not, because to be honest with you, it doesn't scream that. The first movie since, you know, for Star Wars since 2019 is The Mandalorian and Grogu, which essentially comes off as the 4th season of the show, but they scrapped that and said, let's make this into a movie to try and capitalize on it. I think it's going to do poor at the box office. In fact, and this could be out of touch, could be a hot take, I think it's going to be the lowest grossing Star Wars movie. Call me crazy, all right? This is madness. I just don't see the force being with this one. I'm going to put I'm putting it in you know? I really enjoy the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. It's some of my favorite Star Wars content. Season 3 was an undeniable drop-off in quality. Will this be more on par with Mando Season 3? Will it be, you know, back to the highs of Season 1 and 2? We'll find out in about a month now, but to be honest with you guys, I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm not feeling it. Everything we've seen just kind of screams straight to streaming TV show. And I don't want to see a season of TV. I want to see a Star Wars movie on the big screen. I just don't know if this has the juice as a movie. I have beef with Star Wars right now. I obviously adore the original trilogy and so many other projects from the universe, but the current management of the, you know, name, the brand, the IP, it's disgraceful. And I don't understand so many decisions that have been made over the past few years. It's really sickening what they're doing with Star Wars, and I just don't have a good feeling about this one as it stands right now. I'm going to give it a chance, but only time will tell. Next, we have Masters of the Universe. I never watched the Masters of the Universe stuff from the 80s or the movie that I think Dolph Lundgren's in, but this looks like it's intended to be a gateway sort of on-ramp for people where there's no like past knowledge needed on this lore, this universe. It seems like it's going to explain it all, and this is going to be like people's introduction almost to a new generation of Masters of the Universe. As of right now, I'd put it in I would put it like right here, like not dying to see this one. It looks fun enough, but it also might have flop written all over it. So we're going to find out together in June. This is one of the big early releases in the month of June. I think June 5th is the date for this one, but the cast is kind of stacked. Idris Elba's in there. I believe Kristen Wiig, Nicholas Galitzine, I think is how you say his name, is He-Man, and then you got Jared Leto in there, which is borderline a train wreck waiting to happen anytime he's attached to a big project. But they've kind of hidden him away in marketing, so we'll see. I'm familiar kind of with Masters of the Universe, but the first trailer was actually kind of cool. Anything after, it's been like, so I'm kind of like, that's kind of how most people would probably feel, and that's why I don't think they can do all that well at the box office, to be honest, all right? Sorry to the Masters of the Universe fans out there. Next, we have Scary Movie, which is Scary Movie 6. I don't care about this franchise. I never really have. I've seen clips from the original movie. I've seen, of course, moments over the years, but I've never sat down and watched one of these. Parody humor can be very hit or miss for me. And when I see like anything from Scary Movie, I'm like, oh, that just reminds me of like Epic Movie or Disaster Movie or that one movie that parodied Twilight or the Hunger Games, the Starving Games maybe. Like, those just look like garbage to me, and this just doesn't look funny to me personally. So I'm sure people will eat it up. I'm sure that it has its audience. I'm sure plenty of you watching are going to check this out. It's just not my cup of tea, so I'm going to go ahead and put it down here. I don't really care about that movie. Next, we have Disclosure Day, a Spielberg picture. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's still doing it, and I have a real strong feeling this movie's going to have a twist in it where it's somehow connected to Close Encounters of the Third Kind. There are recent comments made by Spielberg where he said the third act of this movie is not being included in marketing. Why? Why, might I ask? Obviously, there might be some twists just within the movie itself as an original story, but it could be included to Close Encounters. They could go full M. Night Shyamalan with it, where I believe like Split ended up being related to Unbreakable, which then gave us Glass. Could this be a long-awaited sequel to Close Encounters that somehow connects the dots? That would be nuts. I'm excited. It's Spielberg. I'll be there, of course. I'm not dying to see this one now. That's why it's not in the top tier, but I'm genuinely excited. I would say of the remaining movies coming out this year, it's in my top 10 most anticipated, because Spielberg's there. You got Josh O'Connor, Coleman Domingo, Emily Blunt, Colin Firth, like a loaded cast. It's this, alien investigation film of sorts, like almost paranormal elements, a thriller. Like, I'm there. I'm ready for it all. The mystery, the intrigue, it's real. I'm sold. I'll be there for that for sure. Next, we've got Toy Story 5, a movie that if you asked me a year ago, I would say don't care, don't need it, it's unnecessary. But they won me over with the recent trailer. It seems like it actually is going to have a relevant story to tell about how in modern times, especially with kids growing up, they are turning to technology over playing with friends, over going outside and learning real life experiences, and of course, playing with toys. That's like a staple of childhood. So it seems like it's going to be technology versus toys. It could actually have a really impactful message. I think Bonnie has like brain rot essentially in this movie. She's just doom scrolling on her iPad, which is a real thing. Like, iPad kids have become a thing of now. Like, it's scary that 10 years from now, iPad kids are going to grow up and like vote and like have a say. And it's like, who knows what the world's going to look like, It's something I think about often. So I think this movie could have a powerful message. And, at first it kind of seemed like a cash grabby thing. They've already ended this story twice, with Toy Story 3 being the perfect ending of the story, and then Woody's story coming to a close with Toy Story 4. But now it kind of seems like it's urgent. Like, there's a need for a new Toy Story for a new generation. So I'm excited. I'll say it. I'm excited. I didn't think I'd be here, but here we are, guys. Andrew Stanton's directing. He's a Pixar legend for those who don't know. And so I have every reason to be excited to see the toys back on screen. And it seems like it's going to be an improvement over 4. That's all I can ask for. 4 was still a solid watch. It's regressed for me over the years, but it seems like it's going to be relevant and important, impactful, which is what I'm here for. Next, we have Supergirl, which I'm not fully writing off. I know I've said things about the trailer and how it didn't really win me over. I would say I'm curious. I would put it right here. I'm curious because of the director, Craig Gillespie. Is his tone, is his distinct style going to shine through? Lobo, played by Jason Momoa, is he going to be great or not? How is Millie Alcock going to do? Like, there are a lot of questions about this movie. My fear, and I think a lot of others, is that it's going to be James Gunn almost overstepping as a creative overseer of the film. It's supposed to be a Craig Gillespie film. Will it just be James Gunn? Will it be repetitive? Some of the trailer marketing shots, moments kind of seem rehashed. Like, it doesn't seem like we've, seen anything too fresh. A lot of people have made the point, right, that it seems like Guardians leftovers, and I'm kind of on board with that. I'm not saying that it looks like Guardians, but it kind of feels like it, and we've seen a lot of that, even with The Suicide Squad, a movie I adore, like, we've seen that. Superman from last year ended up being more of like this team-up movie in the end, and so how many times can we do this? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm intrigued. I'm curious. I'm hopeful, but I'm not like excited for the movie necessarily. I'm more curious than anything. Next, we have Minions and Monsters. I think this is the third Minions movie. I've seen none of them, so by default, I don't really care. But of the 3 down there, it's probably the one I have the most likelihood of watching, I guess. Don't hold me to it. I'm not a huge Minions guy anymore. I think the first 2 Despicable Me's are the only ones I ever even saw. But the franchise still prints money, essentially, so that'll do numbies. It's coming out July 1st. It might make $1 billion. Speaking of movies that are going to make $1 billion, I have a really good feeling Moana live action is going to do that because of the success of Moana 2, which did $1 billion, and the success of Lilo and Stitch live action remake last year, which did $1 billion. You kind of pair those together along with Zootopia 2. Families are going to see this. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be very much the inferior version of Moana. It's depressing that this movie exists because it looks like a copy and paste of a movie from 2016, 10 years ago, one of Disney's best original animated films of the century, and they're already remaking it. It seems very suspect to me. I wouldn't say I don't care. I'd put it in like, actually I don't. I really don't care. I gotta be honest, I don't care about this movie. I'm going to see it. Like, I'm going to have a video about it on the channel, so it's going at the top of don't care, but like, I just don't, guys. Nothing about it excites me. Visually, it sort of drains all the creativity that we had in that original animated film, and at the end of the day, I'm always going to go back to the original Moana for the soundtrack, for the beauty of the movie. This looks like almost a corporate version of it, a sterile version of Moana, like just depressing. When I watched the trailer, I was like, good Lord, The Rock is Maui here? Like, it just, something is very off with it to me. And it's, of all the upcoming movies on this list, like, that's the one where I'm like, damn. It's sad that we're getting a remake of this, but it's nothing new, right? We've seen this before with live action remakes, so I guess that's just the world we live in. Next, we have The Odyssey. You guys already know. The Odyssey is my most anticipated movie of the year. It's the one I need now. I need it now. I have not been able to stop thinking about the prologue that I had the pleasure of seeing before I went and watched Project Hail Mary on 70mm IMAX. I saw it round 2. This was probably April 1st, so about 20 days ago now. I was locked the in watching this thing. I couldn't look away. I couldn't even breathe. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the rest of this movie. Feed it to me now. I will be trying to see that one in 70mm IMAX as well. It's going to be a spectacle. Like, sometimes you know you're going to love a movie. If you just know your taste, if you know the director you like, the cast, and then you get a sneak peek that's that in-depth, which is the whole prologue of the movie, and then like a snippet of what's to come, you kind of just know you're going to love something. Like, the worst case scenario pretty much is that I walk out and I'm like, yeah, that's like a 4.75 out of 5. Like, it's almost perfect. That's the worst case scenario. I already know I'm going to love it based on what I've seen. I'm locked in. I'm ready. Nolan's back. Come on. Need it now. The same can be said for Spider-Man Brand New Day. The new poster, clean. This came from CinemaCon. I'm putting it up here right now. Those two come out within 2-3 weeks of each other. Like, July is the month that I have circled on my calendar this year for movie releases. I cannot wait for this movie. Trailer was awesome, but I know there's a lot of surprises they're going to hold for the theatrical experience. Notably, probably Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. I feel like that's who she's going to end up being. And so, need this one. We haven't seen Holland in the role since the end of 2021. It's been far too long. Spider-Man sells. Spider-Man is like my comfort superhero. I think we all agree. Spider-Man's like the best superhero. Just to see him in any form on the big screen is special. And we've been deprived of that since 2021. Like, No Way Home was almost a lifetime ago, it feels like. And so, bring it on, guys. Bring it on. I love what we're seeing. We get a lot more of the Rogue Gallery, right? Spidey villains here galore. Like, give it to me. I'm ready to see some Punisher on the big screen. Everything about that trailer just screamed Spidey action, Spidey fun. I'm ready. I'm ready, guys. Those two are up there for most anticipated of the year, especially of the summer. Next, we got the new Insidious movie, which I actually watched the trailer for before filming because I never watched it. Out of the Further is what it's called. I believe it's the 6th Insidious film. I'm curious about this one. I don't know if it's necessary because I thought they ended it well enough with the Red Door. The first 2 Insidious movies are like the gold standard of that franchise to me. I think the first one especially is like a truly horrifying movie that has like bone-chilling scares. Oh, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. And just the atmosphere created by James Wan is unmatched. He's a horror god, right? Let's call it what it is. I'm going to say I'm curious about this one. I'll put it like right here. I'll be there. I'll check it out, but I'm not like emphatically needing this movie. I don't know if it's necessary because at a certain point, horror franchises reach a level where they're just trying to capitalize off their name. And that could be the case here. Like, yeah, we'll make probably 150, 200 mil off this title because it got Insidious. Let's just throw it out there. The Conjuring kind of became that at a certain point, which is sad to say. I didn't even see the last one because I was so put off by the third. So that's what I worry about. We only get 2 more movies here. Coyote vs. Acme kind of rounds out the summer. This is the movie that was going to be shelved. It was going to get Batgirled for a bit there. Thankfully, it's not. I would say I don't know if I care about it. I should probably see it to support the cause, but I'll put it like here. I'm curious. It's got some Looney Tunes characters. I'm really out of the loop on the movie as a whole. I just remember the big deal of it like almost being canned. It was like the talk of movie Twitter for like years, honestly. So it's finally coming out. Good on that. And the final one here is going to be Ridley Scott's new movie, The Dog Stars, which genuinely did nothing for me. I watched the trailer for this one as well, and I know it's got Jacob Elordi, Josh Brolin, I think Margaret Qualley. I think Ridley Scott's lost the sauce like a long time ago. I think it's time for him to hang it up. And I don't want to hate on the legend too hard because he's made some of my favorite movies ever. Like Gladiator and Alien are in contention for like an updated top 25 for me. They might be in there, especially Gladiator, but also Alien. I love them both dearly. Even The Martian, which is not that long ago, he proved he still had it. But his recent run of movies, I've really kind of been put off by him. House of Gucci, didn't really do much for me. All the Money in the World didn't do much for me. Even Last Duel hasn't aged that well for me. I thought it was solid initially, but it's kind of just been forgotten. So I don't know if Ridley Scott still has it, guys. He doesn't have the appeal, certainly. I would say, I would go with this one. I'd go like right here. maybe I'll see it. It seems like one of those movies that I won't see in theaters, that will be on digital in like 3.5 weeks, and I'll just watch it online. Who am I kidding? I want to be honest with you guys here. I have no intentions of seeing that movie in theaters. I don't know if many of you guys do, but yeah, that's kind of the big hitters for our summer 2026 slate. We're almost there, guys. It starts next week with Devil Wears Prada 2. How are you feeling, though? Where would you place these movies as of right now? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, hit that like button, subscribe to that notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos coming very soon, including about all these movies as they come out. I'm excited to talk about a bunch of them here on the channel. It's going to be a good summer, a real good one. We're almost to the best time of the year for movies. But appreciate you guys, as always, for watching. Stay tuned for more videos coming very soon, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.